everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a video about something that I get asked about quite a lot, and that is my skincare routine. At the moment I can say that my skin is probably looking and feeling the best it has in a really long time, and it really shows, especially when I am doing YouTube videos and you can see my skin without any makeup on. It feels and looks really clear. In the past I have had a lot of insecurities about my skin. I actually had really bad acne as a teenager, into my late teens and going into being an adult, and it took a lot of time for me to gain confidence of not wearing foundation every single day, being seen without makeup. It was just something that I was not comfortable with at all. So I can't say that I have found my routine overnight. It has taken quite a long time, but today I'll go through my favourite products and what my skincare routine is at the moment. I'm going to tell you the truth today. There is no shortcut. It takes a lot of time, effort and energy to get a good skincare routine and to make sure that you have got a really good base. I actually think skincare is more important than makeup. There is no point in you spending lots of money on makeup if your skin isn't looking good, because it's just not going to sit very well. The other thing is, skincare is expensive, but it is a really good investment and it's really good for anti-aging as well. So you have to make sure you look after your skin, especially when you're getting into your 20s going on your 30s, because that is when your skin starts to lose its elasticity. So when I got to about my mid-20s, I started to really look after my skin, probably more than I have ever done so before. And I have a lot of products, and they range from the mid-end to high street to higher end. So today I'm going to go through what my routine is on a day-to-day basis. Now, my number one rule is to drink a lot of water, and I didn't used to drink a lot of water. A friend of mine actually drinks millions of bottles a day, and she is the one that got me into drinking so much water, because every time I was around her, with her, when I lived with her, she just had bottles and bottles of water. And now I probably drink about 3 litres a day minimum. So it's not as hard as you think if you carry around a water bottle constantly and make sure that it's full up. I just end up drinking it by habit now, not even when I'm thirsty. My number 2 rule is, do not ever sleep with your makeup on. I know it can be easy, especially after a night out, when you're scoffing your kebab and chips and you're sitting there with your friends talking about the night and going through your Snapchat stories. But when you're doing that, please pick up a packet of these and take off your makeup at the same time. Now, my favorite wipes are the Simple wipes. I think a lot of people that I know use these. They actually work really well in taking off your makeup. I have tried a few other brands, but I've not been as fond of any as I have of Simple. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. These are cheap, they're cheerful, you can get them pretty much anywhere. And if you want a hint, you can get them right now in Costco, and I think a box of 12 is super cheap because my mum picked a bunch up for me. Thanks very much. So I actually make sure that I take my makeup off every single day using my wipes, and then on a day-to-day basis what I will do next is use a cleanser. So the cleanser I'm using at the moment, and I absolutely love and adore, and I cannot believe I waited so long to get this, was the Earle cleanser. And I actually picked up a new bottle yesterday from Bista because it was £13, so you cannot go wrong with that. And this, so many bloggers have probably spoken about, so many people use, and I understand why. You just need a tiny bit of this. It's really light cream cleanser, and you use it in circular motions on your face, and then you wipe it off with this cloth that it comes with, and you just dampen that in kind of hot tap water, and it takes off every trace of makeup. It is so good. I use this probably 5 times a week in the evenings when I've come back from my day out or work or the gym, and it really gives me that fresh feeling, and I cannot feel a trace of anything left on my face. So I probably use this one, and then twice a week when I've probably worn a little bit more makeup, or usually on a Saturday or a Sunday when I'm just giving myself some pamper time, I actually use a different cleanser, and the one that I use is this Clarins Cottonseed cleanser. and I have been using this for years, and it is one of the ones that I really adapted to when I was stepping away from my acne phase, and it worked really well for me. It's a little bit richer than the Earle one, but it really gets into all of the dirt in my face, and I use it paired with my Clarisonic, and I cannot tell you guys, if you don't have one of these, you need to get one. I used to think that they were just really hyped up and not even worth it, because all it's doing is cleaning the makeup off of your skin, but this makes my skin feel like I have had a facial. So I try and use this a minimum of once a week, twice a week if I possibly can. When I first started using the Clarisonic, I used it twice a day just to really get into my skin and get rid of all the dirt and the grime, and I used it twice a day for 1 week. I used it once a day for 2 weeks, and then after that I used it I think every other day, and now I'm able to use this twice a week. At the beginning it's useful to use it more because you've probably got loads of dirt built up underneath your skin which you want to get rid of, and this really helps with it. And I can say I don't think I'd be able to live without my Clarisonic anymore. This has been an absolute lifesaver and has probably been one of the reasons why my skin has become so refined and so polished now. So I really do owe the Clarisonic people one on this. It definitely lives up to the hype, I think. My next step would probably be a scrub. So my favourite scrub is the Body Shop Seaweed scrub, and I really like the Body Shop skincare ranges. There is so many products that you'll see shortly that are from the Body Shop. They're inexpensive and they really work for me. I think I've gone back and forth to other brands since, but I always come back. When you're circulating the beads into your skin and I can feel them, it makes me feel like I'm cleaning my skin properly. The scrubs where they're mainly a cleanser and it's got a few beads in it, don't do it for me. I really need to be able to feel the scrub, and this really does it without being too harsh on my skin. So I only use my scrub maybe once, twice max a week, and I tend to use it on the same days that I use my Clarisonic and my Clarins cleanser, just to give myself a bit of a mini facial. It just makes my skin feel really refreshed and polished and ready to go for the week ahead. Another thing that I use on a day-to-day basis is my toner, and the toner that I currently use is the Pixi Glow Tonic. I'm sure if you watch a lot of YouTube tutorials channels or are just a beauty fanatic, you will have already heard of this. It's a lot less harsh than some of the toners I've used in the past. I have been using this for probably 6 months, and I've really seen a difference in my skin and the surface of my skin and how it feels after using this. So I do use this every single day. It has glycolic acid in it, which does sound a bit scary, but you cannot feel it at all, and it actually feels really calming. I've used toners from Clinique before and I found them really harsh on my skin, and I actually feel like they smell a bit like nail polish remover, and that isn't the kind of product that I really want to put on my skin when I'm clearing it. So this is nice and gentle on my skin and gentle enough for me to use every day. The next product that I am going to move on to is my face masks. So the face mask that I'm currently using is actually another Body Shop one, and this is the Himalayan charcoal mask. And I have in the past used Glam Glow. I can safely say this is a very good dupe. It is a bit messy and it does tingle on your face. It might be an understatement actually. You can really feel it on your face. So it's probably not good for you if you've got sensitive skin. It really pulls out the impurities within your skin and makes your skin feel so good and soft and clean after. So again, I use this the same day that I use the Clarisonic after I have done my scrub, and then I put a layer of this on using an old foundation brush. If I open it up, it's like, the only way I can describe it is like a pot with a paint brush, and then I just paint a thin layer onto my skin. I can smell it and it smells really good. And then I leave that to dry. It has actually got beads in it which scrub your skin, and when you wash it off, you can use it as a scrub at the same time. So it works really well to clear out your skin from all of that gunk that you've put onto your face after a week. So I recommend using this once a week, and it has really worked well for me. Glam Glow masks are something like 30, I think they're £39. So if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, I would definitely recommend this. I did like the Glam Glow mask, but I think just because funding wise, I have gone to this at the moment, and then I use my Glam Glow masks probably only when I've got like a special occasion. So in the morning I use a moisturiser, and at night I use oils. Now moisturiser has been really difficult for me to find. I don't think I've ever really settled for a moisturiser that I've absolutely fallen in love with, but at the moment the one that I'm using and is working for me is the Body Shop Vitamin E Moisturiser. And you probably see me using this in all of my tutorials, and this is the normal vitamin E moisture cream for all skin types. I use this in the morning, and I sometimes use it in the evening depending on what my skin is feeling like. It's really nice and light. The one that I was using before, and I do go back to particularly in winter, is the Intense Moisture Cream, which is also from the Body Shop. If I feel like my skin is particularly dehydrated or dry, then I'll revert to this one, and I actually use this one as my night cream as well. And the reason for it is it's a lot richer, and it's a lot thicker. So if I put a little bit on my hand, you can see, and it is quite heavy, so I don't want to put that underneath my makeup on a day-to-day basis, but I do like to use it in the evening because it gives it some time to really sink into my skin. The more luxurious steps in my skincare routine are my night oils. Now I have a mixture of night oils, and they range from really cheap to mid-range to expensive, and my top three I will go through now are Asda's Coconut Oil, really cheap, and I put this on every night, and I mix it with the Body Shop Vitamin E oil, and this is actually a night oil, and I think together they have worked really well on my skin. But oh my god, I feel like when I wake up my skin feels amazing, and especially the Vitamin E night oil. I think it says that it's meant to replenish and recharge moisture, so you wake up looking like you've had 8 hours sleep. And I have to admit, I do wake up looking like I've had 8 hours sleep and that I've had an amazing rest, even though sometimes it's probably been about 4.5 hours by the time I have woken up post scrolling through Instagram and doing all that other rubbish that I do before I go to bed. The thing that I have actually added into my routine very recently, and this is going back to my anti-aging, is the Medicate Retinol. And it is really important once you get to your 20s that you start thinking about anti-aging. And I know nobody wants to think about getting old when you're in your 20s, but I have a few wrinkles on my forehead that I don't really like, and I don't actually want to get worse. And it's quite good for any fine lines, wrinkles you have, blemishes, and it is a kind of acid, so it does feel tingly on your skin, and you can feel it to begin with, but once you get used to it, it kind of goes away. So I would highly recommend getting yourself retinol and starting off at a low percentage and then working your way up. I went through 11 products today. Now that's a lot of product, and I'm not telling you to go out and buy all of these products, but I am saying to build up your skincare collection and spend time, money and effort into it. If you have skin that isn't really agreeing with you at the moment, it will take you a bit of time to build up a skincare routine as robust as this, and it does take time. I think I spend about 5 minutes on my skincare in the morning and about 20 minutes on my skincare at night, and that goes from taking off my makeup, cleansing my face, using my toner and putting my oils on. So it can be time consuming, but it's definitely worth it. Thank you very much for watching this very chatty video, and those of you who know me personally know it's probably how much, if not less than how much I talk usually, but thanks for being patient enough to watch it, and I hope my skincare tips have helped you. Thanks for watching. Bye.